Hey friends, and welcome to Tech Bytes. In today's episode of Tech Bytes, I wanted to share some information with you from a conference that I went to about a month ago. One of the keynote speakers at the conference was a gentleman by the name of Matt Miller. Some of you may have heard of him before. He is an author, a speaker. He does a lot with technology in education, and his presentation that I wanted to share a little bit about today was called The Attention Switch. And I will include the link to the full keynote if it's something that you would like to watch. It's about an hour long, but it's definitely worth the time. So if it's something that you're interested in after my little summary here, head on over to that link and just have a listen to what he has to say. But he's talking about attention. And I'm sure most of you have had the experience in your classroom where you feel like the lights just went out, where the students were paying attention, at least some of them were engaged, but then bit by bit they just lose their attention in the classroom. And what he was sharing were some ways to engage students, or just some thoughts about engaging students in such a way that it flips that attention switch on and keeps the students engaged. And so I've talked a lot recently about the whole idea of engagement, real engagement, false engagement, and I'm sure from your experience, and I certainly know from mine, that simply adding a piece of technology to a lesson does not guarantee that the students will be engaged with the content. You can see their engagement with the technology, but you don't necessarily see their engagement with the content. And so Matt's idea with the attention switch is to look at ways that we can connect with our students and engage them in such a way that they stay engaged, they stay excited, they stay interested in what they're doing in the class. And so he was talking about looking at what the kids are actually excited about now. What are some things that they're doing in their personal lives, things that they're interested in, things that they are actually engaged with, not because they're being told to be engaged with it, but because it keeps their attention. And so obviously we all know that, if you go home at night and you want to relax, or you want to do something that's entertaining to you, it's probably not going to be a worksheet. For some of us, myself included, it is reading, so I do enjoy reading, but not all kids read for fun. But there are some things that they actually do that engage them, and so we need to start looking at meeting students where they are, looking at what they are engaged in, and then looking at ways that we can take that format and turn it into a learning experience. One of the things that he talked about in his video, it's from a bit back, but he was talking about Vine. And some of you probably know what Vine is. For those of you that don't, it was kind of like the grandma to TikTok. People on Vine created 6-second videos that kind of looped, and they were entertaining. Some of them were educational, but it was a very quick way of engaging the viewer with the content. And so he talked about harnessing that. Not necessarily, I'm not suggesting that we create TikToks, but we can create TikTok-like videos using the technology that we have. We can do it with the iPads, we can do it with the Chromebooks, just by creating an engaging short video as a learning experience for students. So things like the example that he gave in his keynote, he had students create 6-second vocabulary videos, and then the students looked at ways that they could create something that was interesting, funny, but yet gave the information about the vocabulary word. Another example that he brought up was YouTube. I mean, we all watch YouTube, and there are lots of different styles of YouTube videos that exist. There are some that are fairly common, kind of like a formula that a lot of YouTubers follow. Their top 10 lists, things like that. And then there's also the unboxing videos. And I'm going to create a video after this one to give my example of an unboxing video in an educational setting. But again, if you want to watch Matt's keynote, he does a unboxing of a box that he sent to himself from his childhood. So it was a way to kind of connect himself back to his childhood. But you could create an unboxing video, or you could have your students create unboxing videos where they unbox all of the materials that they might need for a science experiment, or they unbox a box that was sent from one character in a book to another character in the book and what might be in the box. So it's a way to do a deep dive into a character through the format of creating an unboxing video. And so again, I'm going to create my own unboxing video here in a little bit. I'll share that through the channel as well. But looking just again at ways to connect with our kids. One of the things that Matt says in his keynote is that we invite these students into our world on a daily basis. They come into our classrooms. They come into our school. It's kind of our world. But what would happen if we took the opportunity to take a step into their world, to be able to engage them in a way that they are usually engaged? So as we go into this week, if you'd like to talk more about this with me, I definitely have more ideas. Again, I am interested in team teaching, modeling, so if you'd like for me to come into your classroom and do some work with you with the students, that's one of the things that I'm here for. So please reach out to me if that's something that you're interested in. And if, again, you're interested in watching the full keynote from Matt, I will include the link in the bottom of this video as well, so that you can take a look at his full keynote. But again, let's think about ways. What are the things that our students are interested in? What are the things that they love? And how can we harness that attention into something that's meaningful and constructive in our classrooms? Have a great week. I look forward to working with you this week, and I appreciate your feedback on my first Tech Bytes video. Seems like there are several of you who really found this format to be a little bit more easy to digest, or just entertaining maybe a little bit. So continue to give me that feedback, and I hope you guys all have a fantastic week. I'll talk to you next time.